Hello everybody, welcome back to Steve's Gear. We're going to be taking a look at another knife today. If you're a returning subscriber, it's kind of a little bit of a run of knives I've been doing lately. And if you have never watched one of my videos, then it'll just be another knife impression video. So today we're going to take a look at the QSP Penguin, and this one is the exclusive one in Imperial White. So this is my first Penguin. My first knife from Traditional Knives, my first QSP knife, so a lot of first here. So as you can see, I've already unboxed it. We'll just kind of take a look at what comes in the box and the packaging and things like that. I was pretty impressed with the packaging on this. It comes in a nice box. Then inside that box, you get a little QSP box. And then the knife comes in a little branded plastic piece. It has a nice little insert that comes in, so I thought that was pretty neat. It's always nice when something comes in, some decent packaging. Now this knife was a little bit more expensive than some of the Penguins. So in the past, I've seen some on Amazon for a little bit less money. But this one is, like I said, the exclusive one. It has a little bit different blade steel, and it is in that Imperial White. So also in the package, I got a little hand-signed receipt, which I thought was pretty cool. As you can see, this one came in at $85. It's $90 on the website, but if you sign up for, I think, their email, you get a $5 coupon. So it comes with a little card that kind of talks about the specs of the knife, and then you get a bunch of kind of product placement cards. So you get a little thank you note, and then you just get a ton of stuff talking about the other things they sell. So lots of cool stuff. There's the mini penguin, the hedgehog. I mean, there's all types of cool stuff. Penguin Plus. So it's kind of nice. So I can kind of take a look at what else they sell. Pretty good idea. And then you get a ton of stickers. So if you're a sticker person, this place is a good place to order from. I mean, you just get a bunch of them. So I think that's pretty cool. I like stickers. This one here pretty much sums up me all in one sticker. Hopefully I haven't got it in frame, but yeah, it's cool. I'll find somewhere to stick all these. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the knife. Like I said, this is the Imperial White version, and this one comes in an M390 steel. So I believe some of the ones I was looking on Amazon were in 154 cm. Now, the more exclusive ones, I don't know what steel they come in. If they also come in M390 or if they come in a different steel. I haven't even researched them really yet. So this was kind of an impulse purchase. I'm kind of sad to say it, but every once in a while I have a couple beers before I go shopping online, and I saw this one and I decided I wanted to get it. So got a pretty cool blade shape there. I really like it. Dual thumb studs. Liner lock, came perfectly centered out of the box. Easy to reverse flick, super smooth. I'm assuming this is probably on ball bearings, but doesn't completely fall shut, but a little flick and it closes pretty easy. So pretty darn smooth, no grittiness, nothing like that. Fits my hand well. I kind of like that squared shape, how it's kind of squared there on the backside. My whole hand fits in there. A little bit of jumping up here on the top of the blade. Gives you pretty good grip. I feel pretty comfortable in this one. We'll compare it to a couple other knives here in a second. Now, when I first opened this up, I kind of got a little bit of Civivi vibe from it. And I did grab a Civivi, so we'll kind of take a look at it. But this one has a few things that I actually like better. I don't have a lot of Civivi knives. I only have one, so we're only going to compare it to the one I have. But it's a fairly popular one, so we'll take a look. But yeah, let's go ahead and compare it to the other knives. We'll just get that out of the way. So the Civivi that I pulled out is the Elementum 2. And then I went ahead and grabbed the Benchmade Bug Out also. So you can kind of see from the sizes of them, they are pretty much all pretty similar in size. So if you're familiar with these other two models, then you'll kind of get a pretty good size reference for it. If we kind of just line up the pivots, you can kind of see how they all fall. Now, the Penguin is a little bit thicker than the Bug Out, and then the Penguin is a little bit thinner than the Elementum 2. So kind of when I said, I got a little bit of Civivi vibes. When I first opened it up, I thought that the scale material was fairly reminiscent of the Civivi. But after I held them both in hand, the Penguin has a slight bit more texture to the G10, which I do like. I like a little bit more texture. This is a little bit smoother feeling. The scale material looks to be a little bit thinner, which I like. And then the biggest factor that I like is on the Elementum, the liner scales stick out farther than the G10, which I'm not a huge fan of. So on the Penguin, everything's perfectly flush all the way around, so I do like that. For me, it's just a better feel in the hand. Now, as far as it not having a push button, that's not a big deal to me. I thought the push button was really cool when I first got it, but it's not a bad thing. It's kind of a mixed bag depending on who you ask if they like it or not. Now, obviously, this one doesn't have the flipper as well. I do feel like you can get the blade out quicker without the flipper. The flipper makes it convenient by chance if your hands are wet or something like that, or you're wearing gloves. Sometimes that flipper can make it easy, but this one reverse flicks and forward flicks just fine. So I do feel like this blade comes out quicker. Now, as far as the lanyard hold goes, I'm not a huge lanyard guy, but if you are a lanyard guy, it's got that hole there. I like this one because it doesn't really modify the design at all. I mean, it's in there if you want to use it, but it doesn't create any more hot spots. It doesn't, look really unsightly or anything like that. So I do like that. Pocket clip's a little bit different. It's just the one screw, non-reversible, and it's a little bit lighter on the retention. I mean, it's not bad, but feels like it would slip into the pocket pretty easy. Pretty deep carry. A little bit will stick up, but not much. Just a couple screws there on the back, a couple spacers in there, and then on the inside you can kind of take a look. I don't know if you're going to be able to see. It's pretty dark in here right now. I need to up my lighting game a little bit, but yeah, it's got some scales in there. They are not skeletonized, so just kind of solid ones in there. But still feels pretty light. It's not a heavy knife by any means. Now, I don't have the specs memorized, so I'm going to go ahead and just read them off this little card that it came with, just to kind of, give you guys the specs, even though we kind of looked at the size. So overall, when it's open, comes in at 7.6 inches. The blade is 3.6 inches, 3.06 inches, and then that has the handle at 4 inches. So, not a huge knife, but in my opinion, this is pretty much the size that I gravitate towards. So, like I said, it's the bug out size. I like to bug out. There's a lot of knives that kind of fit into this realm that I've bought as far as the length and stuff goes. So, pretty good. But overall, fit and finish, I was a little bit nervous for, $85 is a pretty good chunk of money for a knife. And obviously, there's less expensive variants available. Which I think probably function just as well as this one does. Basically, you're just paying for the M390 and then these exclusive white scales. I don't have any other knives with white scales. I'm a little bit nervous of what they'll look like after a little while of being carried. I don't know if they'll pick up color transfer from jeans and things like that, how easy they'll be to clean, but I guess they will pick up a patina. So if you're into something picking up a little bit of that used look, this will probably be a good color for you because it'll probably pick up a little bit of everything. So overall, I'm pretty happy with it. Like I said, everything seems to work pretty well. Came out of the box, no break-in, anything like that. Same action as it did whenever it came out of the box. I'm left-handed, so everything works fine for lefties too. Either hand works great. So if that's something you're interested in, if you're a lefty like me, but yeah, pretty nice looking. Obviously, it's easy pull if you want to just open it by the blade. It does have a pretty good chunk there. So, you probably could drop it open, but I don't know why you'd do that, but you could if you wanted to. Yeah, thanks for checking it out. If you own any of the QSP knives, let me know in the comments which one you have. Which one's your favorite? Anything else by the cutlery website, let me know if you have a favorite. I'd like to check it out. But that's all I got for you guys today. I appreciate all you guys watching, and I will see you later.